Okay, good morning everyone. I'm Vivian, and today I want to present the topic of my proposal: cross-cultural adjustment of the native English-speaking teacher at school in Taiwan, a case study. And the contents will include introduction, purposes of the study, research questions, literature review, and the final part is the methodology. About the background of the study, in academia, the emergence of globalization as a dominant discourse has generated heated debates on issues. However, there is a limited amount of research that has focused on native English-speaking teachers, NESTs, in Taiwan, especially related to their cross-cultural adjustment on educational organizations and teaching. So there are two purposes of the study. First, it tries to explore the notion of the factor, the cross-cultural adjustment of the native English-speaking teacher at schools in Taiwan, and also try to investigate the view with respect to administration staff for the native English-speaking teachers in Taiwan. And there are two research questions. First one, how does the native English-speaking teacher adjust cultural shock at schools in Taiwan? And the second, what are the expectations between the native English-speaking teacher and the administration staff in Taiwan? So I will do the review step by step from the work culture, academic culture, culture in organizations, culture in educational administration, culture shock to the cross-cultural adjustment. So first of all, about the work culture, it is like the competence whole which includes knowledge, belief, art, law, morals, custom, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by human as a member of society. So from work culture to academic culture, it's like the mini translation of the concept of culture, so that researchers study and write about the culture of the study, or even the culture of the classroom. And about the culture in organizations, it's like the pattern of shared basic assumptions that the group learned as it solves its problems of external adaptation and internal integration. So here's the culture in educational administration. There are some characteristics of school culture that we tend to regard as fixed are attributable to differences in national culture and expectations. And here is the cross-culture in schools. The cross-national difference is in teaching, curriculum, and patterns of the academic checking that reflects differences in national culture. So there is the culture shock. The culture shock is becoming the intercultural competence consists of changing values and greater self-confidence and a change in perspective. And the next part of the literature review is like the cross-cultural adjustment. It follows logically that values and resistance to adjustment may have different degrees of impact on each facet of adjustment. For example, like the work, interaction, and like the general situation. So here's the methodology, and I will try to introduce from research design, instrument, to the procedure. Okay. And first of all, I will try to explain the case study method. This is the main method of my research, just like the topic of this presentation. Case study method refers to a method that complements survey and experimental techniques, one which provides detailed information about the research. And actually, the case study method is one of the quantitative approaches, and the quantitative approaches With this one, respondents have more freedom to express their feelings. So the cultural differences and cross-cultural adjustment could be better captured. And actually, the qualitative approaches emphasize the description, understanding, and interpretation of the stressful events by interviewing the subjects or using the open-ended questions. And I will use both of these two ways in my study with the social validity to improve the reliability in my research. So the socially valid findings may be achieved through the use of participatory action research, and it helps bring the results of research closer to adoption. Okay? And here are two ways of the social validity, and this is one of this one. This is one of the social validity. It's the subjective judgment. And why I choose this one because it's as one of social validity method. It is a popular method for quantifying subjective judgment. Utilized the dominant paired comparisons. So here's the participants. They will be the members of Department of English at NTIT, it means the National Taichung Institute of Technology, including the native English speaking teacher and the administration staff in the department. And they will choosing based on these items, like the personal information, workplace background, working items, and their working experience. For example, about the personal information of this NEST, he is American and he has been working and teaching in Taiwan for more than 2 years. And so for the NEST, he should be the experienced teacher. And for the workplace background, as we know, NTIT is a really old school, and they held their anniversary of 90s for 90s last month. So they have they built the school for 90 years old. And I believe for this old school, they should have some culture in their educational situation. So here's the instrument for the NEST. The documentary analysis will be the first, followed by the organizing, reading, description, and classifying, and the last one is the interpretation. And the most important is the in-depth interview, followed by face-to-face interview, 2 hours and recorded, open-ended questions. And the most important is the member checking to improve their internal validity. And the last one is the follow-up interviews. And about the instruments for the administrators is about the questionnaires. And I will make them into the 3 groups and try to investigate their viewpoints of the educational organization and administration in schools, and also the viewpoint about hiding the native English speaking teachers in schools. So the procedures from the interview for native English speaking teacher to the questionnaires for the administrators, and followed by the data analysis. So the last part of my presentation, I will try to introduce the data analysis for this research. And for my research question 1, it's about investigate the cross-cultural adjustment. And I will try to analysis from the interview part. And here's the example. Okay, and we could see part 1 is about the teaching information from the native English speaking teacher. And for example, like number 3,